Have you ever stopped for a moment, looked up at the night sky, and wondered how big everything really is? Not just the stars you can see, but everything beyond them. Because the truth is, the universe is so vast, so unimaginably large, that our brains are not designed to fully understand it. Let's begin with something familiar. Earth. The place where you are right now. It feels massive. Oceans that stretch for thousands of kilometers. Continents filled with cities, mountains, and billions of people living their lives. To us, Earth feels like everything. But in reality, Earth is incredibly small. You could fit about 1.3 million Earths inside the Sun. Just imagine that for a second. If Earth were the size of a small marble, the Sun would be a giant sphere towering over it. And yet, the Sun itself is not that special. It's just an average star. There are stars in the universe that are hundreds, even thousands of times larger than our Sun. Some are so massive that if they replaced our Sun, they would swallow most of our solar system entirely. So now, let's zoom out. Our solar system, it feels enormous. Planets orbiting the Sun at vast distances. Jupiter alone is so large it could fit over 1,000 Earths inside it. The outer edges of our solar system stretch billions of kilometers away. But even this is just a tiny neighborhood in something much bigger, the Milky Way galaxy. Our galaxy contains between 100 to 400 billion stars, each one potentially surrounded by its own system of planets. That means there could be billions of Earth-like worlds out there, just in our galaxy alone. Now try to imagine traveling across the Milky Way. Even if you could move at the speed of light, the fastest speed possible in the universe, it would take you about 100,000 years just to go from one side to the other. That's not a journey. That's a timescale beyond human comprehension. But here's where things become even more overwhelming. The Milky Way is not unique. It's just one galaxy among trillions. Scientists estimate that there are around 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe, each one filled with stars. Each star possibly hosting planets. Each planet a potential world. Now think about that. Trillions of galaxies. Not millions. Not billions. Trillions. And all of this exists inside something we call the observable universe. The observable universe is about 93 billion light-years across. That number is so large that it almost loses meaning. A light-year itself is the distance light travels in 1 year, moving at about 300,000 kilometers per second. Even at that incredible speed, it takes billions of years for light to travel across the universe, which leads to something truly fascinating. When you look at distant stars or galaxies, you're not seeing them as they are right now. You're seeing them as they were in the past. Some of the light reaching your eyes tonight began its journey before you were born. Some of it started traveling before human civilization even existed. In a way, looking into space is like looking back in time. Now pause for a moment. Think about where you are. You are standing on a small planet, orbiting an average star, located in a galaxy with hundreds of billions of stars, inside a universe that contains trillions of galaxies. It's almost overwhelming, and yet, here's the most incredible part. Despite being so small, we figured this out. We measured distances to stars. We calculated the size of galaxies. We discovered the expansion of the universe. We built instruments that can see billions of light years away. We are tiny, but we are capable of understanding the vastness around us. There's something deeply poetic about that, because you, right now, are made of atoms that were created inside stars. Billions of years ago, massive stars exploded in violent supernova, scattering their material across space. That material eventually came together to form new stars, planets, and ultimately you are literally made of stardust. And now, that same stardust has become conscious. It can think, observe, and question its own existence. So how small is Earth really? It's not just small, it's almost invisible on the scale of the universe. If you were to shrink the Milky Way galaxy down to the size of Earth, our entire solar system would be smaller than a grain of sand, and Earth. It would be far smaller than that, almost impossible to see. But here's something important. Being small doesn't mean being insignificant. In fact, it might mean the opposite, because as far as we know, Earth is the only place where life exists. The only place where the universe has become aware of itself. The only place where atoms have arranged themselves in a way that allows them to think, feel, and understand, that makes this tiny planet incredibly valuable. Every human story, every piece of art, every discovery, every moment of love and connection, all of it happens here. On this small, fragile world, floating in an endless cosmic ocean, and maybe that's the most powerful realization of all. The universe is unimaginably large. It stretches far beyond what we can see, beyond what we can ever explore. But within that vastness, there is this one place, this one planet, where life exists, where consciousness exists, where you exist. So the next time you look up at the night sky, don't just see stars. See the scale of reality. See the distance, the time, the history contained in every point of light. And remember, you are a tiny part of this universe, but you are also something incredibly rare, a conscious being in a vast, silent cosmos. And that might be the most extraordinary thing of all.